Hello, good morning, everyone. This is Noati. Just fixing my morning coffee, and I thought that I share some career advice and tips with you guys. I know a lot of people have lost their jobs. I received a lot of messages from a bunch of different people with kind of tips on resumes, job searches, etc. So I thought I would just do a video, and hopefully it'll reach a pretty big audience, and hopefully someone finds it useful. So one, resumes. About your resume, one thing I always recommend is keep it concise. Try to limit it to one page if possible, but maybe try not to exceed 2 pages, because frankly, a lot of hiring managers who review a lot of resumes, it can be just overwhelming for us. And so try to keep it concise. Unless you have very, very many years of experience and you can't fit everything on 2 pages, that's fine. But for the most part, my advice is try to keep it to 1 or 2 pages. One thing that I always receive a lot of really good feedback on, a lot of times when I go for interviews, is as soon as I walk in, the first thing they say is, I love your resume. I get tremendous feedback on my resumes because I actually went above and beyond. I kind of went a step further to try to kind of stand out. And so my resume is very well designed. There's a bunch of templates online. There are free templates online that you can use to really help your resume to kind of stand out. Otherwise, it just becomes bland like everybody else's. And so I always try to kind of stand out from everybody else. There's free resumes, templates online that you can use. So that's something to look into. Another thing I also try to do is I do something called a portfolio. I kind of got that from the design world. I picked up design as part of my skill sets. And what a portfolio is for a lot of designers who work with Photoshop and a bunch of other tools, you come up with a portfolio that has very nice imagery and photos of all the work that you've done over the course of your career. And that's what a portfolio is. So what I try to do is, I know there's a saying that a picture is worth 1,000 words. Absolutely true. So I actually go a step beyond the resume and still add a portfolio to my resume that actually shows very visual representations of things I've done. I was in the software industry, so it shows a lot of some different software that I've worked on, website that I've built, and it has screenshots. So mostly very visual things that really can let somebody see what you do. I don't think you have to be a designer to do that, but I always try to kind of go a step further to really stand out. So a portfolio is something that you could also leverage to help really kind of deliver richness to your skill sets. In terms of job searches, I do a lot of mentorship. I've mentored so many people. For those who are just hearing me for the first time, I've mentored about 45 people now. They've all gotten jobs in multiple places. Some are managers, designers, etc. Blah blah blah. One advice that I always give to them is you have to treat your job search like a full-time job. I know many people who are frustrated by job searches that they apply to 1 job a day or 2 jobs a day. That's not enough. For my mentees, I recommend applying to at least 30 jobs a day. When I was looking for jobs 2 or 3 summers ago, I was applying to at least 50 jobs a day. It is incredibly easy to do with tools like LinkedIn, Monster.com, Indeed.com, Dice.com. You can easily use the same profile to apply for multiple jobs. 30 jobs a day, you can do it. My case, if you're desperate for a job and you're not applying to 30 jobs a day, I think you're lazy, and I think you can do better than that. When I was desperate for a job, I literally applied to 100 jobs in 1 day. The last 10 jobs on that day that I applied to, I got a call the next day. I interviewed the day after that. The third day, I had an offer. It's a numbers game. The more applications you put out there, the better your chances are. The next thing I want to touch on is rejections. Get used to it. You will get rejected a lot. I got rejected many times. It is disheartening when you get those sorry, we want to move on with other candidate emails. Yes, it's disheartening, but you can't let that discourage you. So make sure, get used to rejections. I got rejected twice before I got into Microsoft. I got rejected twice before I got into Amazon. A lot of companies I've applied to have rejected me. It's okay. Get used to it. Do not let it discourage you. Yes, I know it sucks to receive those rejection emails, but you can't let that discourage you. The other thing I want to touch on is For the people who've lost their jobs, who are now trying to figure out even how to put together a resume and things like that. I received an email from somebody who's worked for a company for about 20 years and now has to figure out how to enter the job market. My heart goes out to you, but my advice is this downtime is an opportunity to learn a new skill, to come up with a new strategy, and also to position yourself in a place where, should this happen again, hopefully not, but if something like this should happen again, that you will not find yourself in a similar position. So good luck to everyone who's job searching. If you need some help, reach out to me. I get a lot of messages, so I can't get back to anyone, but if I get some kind of consistent questions, I'll be happy to do a video to post it out. But again, this opportunity to stand out from the pack, come up with a really good resume, leverage a lot of people in your network to kind of help give you feedback on it. Try to stand out from the pack. Do a portfolio if you can to kind of go the extra step. Do not get discouraged by rejections, and just use the time to hopefully learn a new skill. Okay? Good luck, and I wish you all the best. Bye.